Hey guys, so for today's video I have a makeup tutorial, obviously on this look. I feel like I say that every single time, but it's kind of, you know, necessary, but it's kind of not at the same time. I don't know. I wanted to do a tutorial where I incorporate mostly drugstore and then a little bit of high-end, just because I feel like a lot of the times in my tutorials it's more like mainly high-end and then like a few drugstore. So I wanted to like kind of switch it up and do mainly drugstore products but throw in a few high-end, because there are still people who really do actually want to see high-end products instead of drugstore. So I feel like I could meet both of those two worlds together in today's video. I actually pretty much only used 5 high-end products in this tutorial, so I feel like that's really cool. But I do want to do an entire drugstore tutorial for you guys really soon. I have so many drugstore like eyeshadows that I've just found recently that I really want to play with. Some that I've actually used today. The entire eye look is fully a drugstore, which I'm so excited about because I can't believe I just found such awesome drugstore eye products to show you guys in today's video. The only thing that's not drugstore is the lashes for the eyes, and I'm super in love with this lip combo, literally obsessed with it, and I'm so obsessed with the icy blue eyes. I'm literally just in love. My next tutorial will be an entire full-out drugstore makeup tutorial, so stay tuned for that. It's actually going to be a collaboration with one of my favorite drugstore brands, so I'm so excited for that. So make sure you stay tuned for that. But if you're interested in checking out how I got today's look, then just make sure to keep on watching. The first thing I'm starting off with is primer. Ironically enough, the first product is high-end. I don't know what it is about this primer, but I just can't live without it. For foundation, I'm using the Maybelline Matte and Poreless foundation, and I'm blending that out with my Sigma F80 Flat Top Kabuki. This is nothing new. It's my Holy Grail brush. You guys know that, so I'm just going to go ahead and blend that out. And then I'm going to take my Urban Decay Naked Skin Concealer. I finally got the shade Light Warm. It's been sold out online and in stores near me forever, but I finally got it, and I got to exchange the light neutral that I had before for the light warm, and I really love this shade so much better. It's so much more yellow and it's so much more brightening. I just wasn't feeling the light neutral, so I'm definitely digging the light warm. And then to set my face, I'm taking the Laura Mercier setting powder, and I'm just setting that all over as well as underneath the eye. When I did this video, I realized I don't have a drugstore powder to set my face with other than the Rimmel Stay Matte, but I can't use that anymore when I'm tan because it gives off a white cast. So literally the day after this video, I filmed it, I went to the drugstore and picked up the L'Oreal Pro Matte Infallible powder so that I can use that as a drugstore option, because I don't have any drugstore powder that I personally like. So let me know down below what your favorite drugstore powder is, and I will check them out. Then I'm using the Kat Von D palette, and I'm just brightening the under eye with the yellow shade. And then I'm taking the NYC Smooth Skin Bronzer. This is like an oldie but a goodie. This is the first time I used it in so long, and I actually really like it. It's nice and warm, and I just use that to bronze up the face. And then of course I'm going to contour with my NARS Ita brush and the Cool Tone shade from the Kat Von D palette. This is just like an everyday step for me. I cannot live without this palette. I'm actually hitting pan on it again, which is kind of frustrating, but I mean, I just love it so much, I won't give up on it. So even though it's frustrating to have to keep purchasing an entire new one for one shade, I don't even care. Then I'm taking the Milani Rose Blush, and I'm taking my Sigma F15 and just putting that on. And then for highlight, I'm taking my trusty Milani Tantasic Fantastic in Gold highlight, and I'm sticking to the white part, and I'm just going to put that on my cheekbones. I'm obsessed with this highlighter. I choose it over some of my higher end ones some days, and I love it so much. It's so amazing, and it's drugstore price, so it's just awesome. And then I am priming my eyes, and after I did this, I also set it with the Kat Von D powder, but I forgot to get a clip of it on camera, so sorry about that, but I did set it with some powder to make the shadows blend easier. And then I'm taking the Anastasia, I think this is called Orange Soda, yes, Orange Soda with the E40, and I'm just plopping that on as a transition shade. This shade isn't going to show up a ton, it's just going to work as a really nice blending type of base for some of the darker shadows to go on afterwards. And then I'm taking NYX Dancing the Tides with this other shade. Forgot what the other shade's called, but I will of course leave it down below. And I'm just mixing those two together. I only took a tiny bit of the cooler tone one just because the warm one is really nice, but I didn't want the crease to be too warm. So I just kind of toned it down with a little bit of the cooler toned one. And I just put that all over the crease right on top of Orange Soda. And then I took the brand new L'Oreal Le Nude 2 palette, and I'm taking this gorgeous brown that has this like strong red undertone to it, and I'm taking this smaller, dense, more precise Morphe brush, and I'm putting that from outer corner to inner corner. I didn't want this look to be too cat eye. I wanted it to be kind of rounded and really take those crease shadows from the inner corner to the outer corner. And then I just switched to a smaller brush, which is the E36 from Sigma, and I just kind of made that crease more precise, again from inner corner to outer corner. And with no extra shadow, I'm just going to take the Morphe 504, which is a dupe for the Sigma E40 brush, which I've been loving and obsessed with, and I'm just blending out those shadows. Then I'm taking this gorgeous Revlon quad that's full of these really beautiful cream shadows. I'm taking this gorgeous like lilac periwinkle bluish iridescent, it's so beautiful, cream shadow, and I'm just popping that all over the lid. I'm literally obsessed with this shade. I wish I had it when I did my periwinkle tutorial, because this is a gorgeous like light lilac periwinkle blue. It's just so many things all in one, and it's actually really good quality, so definitely check out these Revlon quads. I just randomly stumbled upon them and I really like them. And then I'm taking this Sky Marshmallow, I think it's called, or Marshmallow Sky by L'Oreal Pressed Pigment, and it is so beautiful. It's this iridescent sky blue that has tiny bits of reflex of pink in it that's very hard to pick up on camera, but I'm so obsessed with it. I wet my brush and I just popped that right on top of the Revlon shadow, and these two together make the perfect dynamic duo for that beautiful icy sky blue lid, and I don't know, I'm totally obsessed, guys. And then I'm taking Just Dancing the Tides again, and I'm just taking that same Morphe blending brush, and I'm just putting a little bit of that into the crease just to bring some warmth and blend the crease again. For the inner corner, I'm taking the Milani Bella White eyeshadow and brightening that area. And then I am going to take the Dancing the Tides shade again and just put that on the lower lash line and really smoke it out and just make it super thick and super warm. I usually don't do this warm of a lower lash line, but I don't know, I was really feeling it today and actually liked how it turned out. And then I'm taking the Milani Supreme Kohl Kajal and I'm tightlining the top of my inner waterline with the black shade, and then I'm going to go ahead with the Tarte Inner Bright Rim liner and take that on the bottom. I've been loving this. It's super pigmented and it just goes on so easy, as you guys can see. So I really love this, especially just to bring this look a wide eye effect and give it that super bright look. And then I of course went on with some mascara, winged liner, and also some lashes. I will leave those down below. Then I'm taking the LA Splash Lip Smitten Tint Mousse, whatever you want to call it, in the shade Charmed, and I'm just putting that all over my lips. I did put some concealer on first because I find that my natural lip color just really alters lip shades like you wouldn't even believe. So I like to mute that out first and get the true color, putting that all over. And then I also did mix the Maybelline Lust for Blush lipstick in. I did that off camera, but I did show you guys a clip of what the lipstick looks like. You'll see it in a couple seconds. But I loved the combo that this made, and I just really loved how it turned out. So that is pretty much it for this look. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll of course see you guys in my next one. Bye guys. Mwah. Duo, you get this gorgeous rose gold and this gorgeous straight up gold highlight. I want to show you this one after this one because two shades might look very similar to some people, but they're actually very different.